everyone, how's it going? I'm DK.
I'm Rizzo.
And I'm Zero, and today in Anime Reaction watch the 10th episode of Drifters.
If you want to check out our reaction to the 10th episode of Drifters, hit that link in the description below.
And be sure to give us feedback in the comment section because we love hearing from you.
And as always, if you like what you see, subscribe to Otaku Saga, and don't forget to like and share our videos.
And thanks for watching. So in this episode of Drifters, it was setup.
A lot of setup.
A lot of setup, but it didn't feel like it. It moved really fast for a setup episode,
and
I think.
You got so much information in this.
So, first off, as we suspected, we got a little bit of more information about the ends, including their Black King, which, let's just face it, at this point, they're making it so obvious. I mean, the scar in the palm, the multiplying, healing. Yeah, totally Jesus. It's fucking Jesus.
But, so, this awesome display of power.
Right.
Absolutely awesome display of power. So he is facing a bronze dragon. Bronze. I think it was more like,
the size of that thing, if you compare it to D&D terms, it'd be about the size of a red dragon. And that thing was fucking huge.
Well,
I think.
And then at the same time, it wasn't even the right color.
It was nighttime, to be fair. But
I don't know.
Okay. Well,
but
we'll have
anyway,
to pull the monster manual later.
Anyway, so the dragon is, telling him, what makes you think that you're worthy of dragons?
You're controlling my brethren and, looking down on us.
No right to do this.
Yeah, and totally Jesus is just making all the dragon etiquette faux pas.
You are just about the same as a goblin. Like, really.
You insult a dragon, you refuse to acknowledge him, you don't look him in the eye, you don't give him respect, you don't pay him tribute, you do nothing. Oh yeah, he's made every mistake in the book.
You can stand in line with everybody else and show your allegiance like everybody else.
Oh my God.
And the dragon was like, I'm done.
And he says,
nope.
No.
Cancer beam.
Not even a beam, it's just like cancer.
Tumors everywhere. It is a tumor.
Oh my God.
Ow. Just fucking wrecked.
Yep.
Wow.
And then we get to see his... Well, technically, it's actually using the same power, multiplying the grains and also doing the cancer.
It's manipulating life. I mean, it has that power. I mean,
well,
or manipulating cells, I guess.
Yeah, what it is it's a basic rejuvenation, but it's a rejuvenation in a way that is overly done in that specific display, because cancer is the over replication of cells.
Yeah. So yeah, some sort of cellular manipulation. He can duplicate items as long as they have a cell structure. He can work with it. Yep. Damn, the building blocks of life. No big deal.
Well, that's why he can heal people with a single touch. Because he can literally force the cells to start replicating to fix the damage. Yeah. No matter how severe it is, apparently. As long as the person doesn't die before they get to him, then he can repair the damage. As we see later with Joan. Because Joan apparently had a fractured skull.
Ouch.
And nearly died on the way back to that to the northern wall.
Ow.
Well, she suffered that epic dynamic entry at the foot of Toyohisa and then fell down a well. Ouch.
And I think got beat up a little bit more than that on top of that before Toyohisa realized that she was a woman.
Yeah. I mean, pyromancy aside, she is still a human.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, there you go. There is a limit.
Yes.
We find out that Jean and Anastasia have a slightly more than friendly relationship.
I don't think it's going quite that way, but they are kind of kindred spirits. They were betrayed by their own people, and that led to their downfall.
Okay, slightly more than acquaintances.
I guess, yeah, okay.
Because Anastasia is now like, you know, all on John's side.
Yeah.
She is pretty set out to find Toyohisa.
Take revenge.
Okay. I can buy
Well,
that.
I probably wouldn't say revenge, but certainly take something. Do something for her.
Toyohisa's head.
Good luck.
Right. The head gathering ghost.
And then, was there anything else that we got from the ends?
Oh, we saw.
There
God,
ain't
what's that one guy's name? The guy who's not exactly fighting for the ends, but he's kind of hanging around them.
Oh, Yoshitsune?
Yeah. So we got Yoshitsune, hanging over the body of a guy who just got transported to the world by Easy.
Another feudal Japanese
basically,
lord.
yeah, basically another end to make up for the loss of
Gillis
Darius. So,
Though, actually, it is interesting. You see that Easy's the one who teleported him in. But you still see Yoshitsune saying, which one are you? So you
Well,
think it would be obvious.
I
wouldn't
think it comes down, like, it kind of showed it when Kano came in.
Mm-hmm.
I think it comes down to a personal choice.
So they can bring him, so Murasaki and Easy can just bring him in, but in the end, they still have to choose. It's
So,
not
I mean,
exactly the
they
same.
don't seem to ever bring over people who die of natural causes,
Right.
illnesses, or anything like that.
They either, die at the hands of other, they die at the hands of other people.
Typically in battle,
Or being executed.
or being executed, something like that. So what I think it is you have a choice. Do you want revenge against the people who wronged you, or do you want, do you just want to move forward?
Interesting.
And I think that's what that is. It doesn't necessarily matter which one of them brings them in, as long as they make that choice, and that choice, would show, depending on that choice, is what they end up becoming.
And I bring this up because that could change the tide, perhaps, sometime down the line in this series, where another one comes in the middle of battle like Kano did, and they make their choice. What if Murasaki brings them in, but they decide to become an end? That could turn the tide of battle. in their
Or the
downfall.
other way around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, something like that.
Yeah, I obviously have no proof on that. I just think,
It's just not
given what,
really.
given what we've been shown so far, when somebody comes into the world, based, being like, oh, which one are you?
Yeah, no one really knows for sure. No matter who grabs them, it's still up.
And then also the choice that Kano made.
Right.
So that's why I think it's more of a choice-based thing.
And that's another thing, too, that could alter the course of a series. Since it's not set in stone, that opens up the door for people already on both sides of the conflict to defect to other sides. At least it leaves that door open, I think.
Yeah, I think it really depends on whether or not they can give up their revenge.
That is true.
Give up their hatred.
In the case of Joan and Anastasia, definitely not. But we'll see.
But anyway, so I actually doing a really quick
Some searching.
Google search here. I find out that the symbol that he had on his back was a Saito clan symbol.
Uh-huh.
That just basic Google knowledge.
Okay.
So that's hopefully that actually is
It's kind
true.
of a hint. Gives us some sort
Yeah.
of hint.
I
as
don't
to
know.
who
Do
it
we
is.
have another character on here?
Saito.
I don't recall one, but then again, I don't exactly have this character list memorized.
No,
The clan claimed descendants from Fujiwara Toshihito.
I don't think that we have one.
Yeah, I'm not getting anyone by the name of Saito on here. But
Saito Dosen was the father-in-law of Oda Nobunaga.
there we go. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Dosen was attacked by his own son, Saito Yoshitatsu, and he died in battle.
Interesting.
Alright, so a character to bring out more of Nobunaga's backstory. Okay.
Perhaps. Anyway.
And possibly as an end.
Yeah. So anyway, the other thing with the ends is they decided on a symbol, basically the all-seeing eye.
Yeah, all-seeing eye of God.
Basically, what it is that the Black King is deciding on symbols and writing and I guess a language.
He wants to establish a culture for the new civilization he intends to replace humanity with.
Unifying.
Everything.
Unifying culture.
Everything, yeah. There you go.
So, that's pretty interesting. Then on the Drifter side.
Well, the dwarves have cleaned out the castle.
Another thing that I wanted to put is at the very end, just so we can get all the end stuff. The tumored dragon was rendered, basically held down, and all the tumors were cut from him, and then melted.
They're basically cut and they're basically melting down what's left of his scales.
Yep.
And being a bronze dragon, you could assume it's bronze. I guess.
Probably,
but it's also if they're going based off of dragon lore, it's also magically infused.
Yep.
So
oh wow, well there you go, magically
infused. It would
metal.
make a very powerful weapon or very powerful armor,
or a whole lot of powerful weapons and armor.
I feel bad for the dragon.
I do too.
But
damn,
it's necessary evil. I'm not sure if the dragon's going to be able to. Well, if the Black King is going to be nice enough, once everything's cut off and all the tumors are gone, he will probably heal whatever scales were lost back to normal, and he'll just be back the way he was, maybe with a couple scars. But for now,
and tamed, that's for sure.
Yeah, for now, that has got to be agonizing.
That sucks.
Yeah, I mean, imagine your skin getting chopped off and melted.
Yeah.
Ouch.
So back with the drifters, the dwarves ate everything. Everything.
And then they start reverse engineering Nobunaga's musket, and they get it done in a day.
Yeah.
That's all.
Oh yeah. Then they tell Nobunaga, with them all fed and everything, given the equipment that they have to work with, seeing as that castle basically made half of the Empire's weaponry. The dwarves can give Nobunaga, like 8 to 10 muskets per day.
A day.
I like it because they're being a little vague about the time. So Nobunaga's like 10, just 10.
That'd be unreasonable. You can do 10 a day.
A day?
Oh shit.
Never mind.
Okay, carry on.
That's an evil looking look.
He gets like this sometimes. Don't mind him. I gotta say though, Yoichi's expressions range from funny in that robotic sense to oh my god, disturbing trap levels when he gets drunk.
Oh god.
Oof.
Right.
Oof.
Speaking of oof.
Oh yes,
Count
Saint-Germain and his lackeys. Oh shit. They make their grand introduction to the drifters.
Flemmy and Alistair.
So, he shows up
in his Hello Kitty carriage.
Well, first he shows up to their normal campsite.
Oh, right.
Where the elves, where the main part of the elves are.
That's
That scene was hilarious.
With
so
basically,
Capito,
I believe his name?
the guy that they left, alive from the first castle that they took.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They basically captured him and forced him to do their books because he's an accountant anyway. And the elves are like, "Hey, there's a strange carriage coming up." Oh, okay. goes out, looks, sees who it is, and then just instantly turns around. Okay, all the elf boys need to hide now.
And like under his breath. Oh, no, of course you're okay. And just so hurried, but so subtle. You know what he was getting at. And I love that. Love that scene.
Yeah,
Just that little
because
bit.
they are flaming. They're
They're so flaming they make Joan jealous.
right.
I really do want to point out, I don't mind homosexuals. I really don't. Until you are flamboyant as fuck.
Yeah, the really flamboyant, like especially with them, the really flamboyant is a little unsettling, I guess, or it can be.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a sensitive issue nowadays, but I don't have problems with with people who are homosexual. But the over the top flamboyantness of these characters does make them a little unsettling.
like if you start getting into people's faces and coming on way too strong with everybody you meet, you're annoying.
Yeah, it's not anything having to do with your sexual orientation. It's the fact that you're an annoying fucking person.
Give me my space. You
Personal
can
space.
talk at arm's length for a few minutes, and then we'll think about doing anything further than that. But arm's length first.
I think it actually kind of does a good job, though. Their like flamboyancy and everything. It kind of sets them up as sort of bumbling comedic villains, or maybe not technically villains, but I guess they could be. Sort of in a weird.
Yeah.
It's not exactly anti-hero, anti-villain, perhaps. I don't know. It's
Well,
another archetype I'm thinking.
I think out of all my interactions with homosexuals, I've only met one extremely flamboyant, one, and all the rest don't act like that at all.
Yeah, and that's part of why I think this is okay, because it's so over the top. It just disconnects from reality.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, I just
Unfortunately, having met the one that was actually like that puts a strange perspective on it, I think.
yeah, it just
I'm annoyed even thinking about that guy.
I really don't like the over flamboyant.
It's funny,
I like it as a comedic
but
device.
they really shouldn't push it too much, I think.
Especially since even that one flamboyant guy is nowhere near this. Nowhere near.
Yeah.
And
I don't think anyone in the real world is really, unless it's
and that's another thing
on
that,
purpose. So you have to try.
especially in this series, they try to be at least somewhat realistic. I don't think people act like that at all.
I don't think people would.
Like, I put some realism and tone it down on the flamboyant because it's painful.
Jarring.
Totally jarring. But anyway,
I do find them hilarious, though.
I just find them cringy.
Especially the part where they come in and the two lackeys are going to go fight Toyihisa. Just the, oh, well, good thing for me you're not like 30 years older, and then fucking Hannibal comes up over the ridge.
My one weakness.
My one weakness.
And then oh man, I wish
And then the
I
other
hope
one-
a young boy with bangs over his eyes doesn't appear. Hello. And there's,
Yeah.
yeah, and there's Yoichi.
Yeah, using them like that, I think, was really funny. And then the fact that they didn't actually do anything, like they didn't have to fight him or anything, they just bring him back over to Count Saint Germain.
Just stomped on and just
Yeah, and they're just stomped on. They got the head eruptions, the bumps on the head.
little lumps and everything.
Um,
Like I said, I mean, it's so over the top. It's just totally disconnected from reality.
But
It's a really cartoonish.
they didn't
kind of
have to
humor.
do anything to defeat those characters.
Yeah.
And because they defeated those characters, Count Saint Germain finds them acceptable to ally with. I think that's funny.
That was pretty funny.
A little dumb, but funny.
That's what the series does, though. I mean, you get a lot. It transitions quite well from serious, awesome, gory battle scenes to these funny moments. The funny moments were definitely ramped up, though, in this episode compared to the previous ones, I think. Mainly because of Count Saint-Germain and company.
Well, I find out with this series, obviously the battle episodes are more serious.
Yeah.
And then these breather episodes are more humorous.
Yeah.
So, that also has to do with it, too.
That's true. It has a nice rhythm going with it, though, so...
Yep. But,
yeah.
I'm not actually sure if we're going to get another fight next episode, though. It looks more like it's another setup episode.
Or
they do need to go back and have something with Kano and Scipio. So I hope that we'll get something from that next episode.
Or at least with the Octoberist as well. So, Butch Cassidy, Abe, Sundance Kid.
Yeah.
And Toyohisa went around and is collecting dwarves. Because he's got to catch them all.
I think he went out, he's learning fighting style of the dwarves.
Yeah. Well, I think probably from his perspective, he knows that he needs to understand how each of his units fights.
That's true, yeah. What their strengths and weaknesses are.
Yeah, what their strengths and weaknesses are. So I find it very smart.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So
yeah, have your bone crushing, split a man in two with an axe in one blow, guys. Here, instead of out of the side of the action.
I'd probably give them just a slightly less heavy weapon, and just that bacon's totally deadly. But
I keep them with the weapons they've been using since they could wield them. I'd say familiarity.
I know. I'm just
Anyway,
the physics.
Okay. Make it more light-footed, perhaps.
I think too much of physics, but
anyway,
I think that's what Saint Jeremy chose to, or is outlying himself.
I don't think he's fully aligned. He's offering, because he is a scheming bastard. He's offering to sell his portion of the Orta Empire,
and
which
begins a plan because Orte needs to be taken in a certain way, or else it will
chaos
ruin the fruit.
You gotta strike while the nation's hot.
Pretty much.
Anyway, so definitely looking forward to the next episode. Yeah. But let us know what you thought of the anime, what you thought of our reaction in the comment section below.
Yep. Thumbs up if you like it. Thumbs down if you don't.
But that's going to do it for this episode of Anime Reaction. As always, I'm DK.
I'm Zero.
And I'm Rizzo. See you next time.
Go ahead and click on my face to go to our most recent Otaku Saga Talks.
Click on my face to go to Otaku Saga Gaming, our gaming channel.
And click on the waifu to subscribe to Otaku Saga and check out our new and improved Patreon page.